Good morning all. Welcome to our first experiment, the plan and elevation of a paneled door. Here it is the elevation of a paneled door. Now let us discuss the part of these doors one by one. First of all, the height of the door is 2 meters and the width provided is 1 meter. Here the frame consists of a head frame and two vertical uprights. Now you can find the dimensions of this upright and head frame from this drawing. Now this upright is connected to the wall by using a hold fast. Now you can see this hold fast in elevation and in plan view. Now you can see that the hold fast is drawn in dotted lines. It is because the hold fast is concealed within the wall so that it is not visible outside. Now let's see the panels. These are the different panels that are provided on the leaves of the door. Now the door consists of two leaves. This is the first leaf and this is the second leaf. Now these two leaves are attached to the upright by means of hinges. You know, these hinges are also dotted in elevation because these are concealed within the upright. Now we know the panels are provided in between the horizontal rails and vertical stiles. So these are the rails. It consists of different parts, just like the top rail, mid rail, lock rail and kick rail. Now the vertical parts are known as stiles. This is the left stile and this is the lock stile because the locking system is provided in this stile. Now these are the connecting systems, the awl drop and the tower bolt. Here the awl drop connects the two leaves by means of latching, and the tower bolts can connect the individual leaves to the head frame. Now it's about the plan. So in plan we can provide a horizontal section which is section 2.2, and here it is a detailed view of this section 2.2, which is the top view or plan. So here we can see different types of hatchings or shadings provided in the plan. It is to show the different materials that are used for the construction of this door. Now this type of hatching represents that of a brick masonry, and this hatching represents wooden material, and here this small strip represents the plastering, and this shading represents that of panels. The panels are made of plywood or wood. Now the awl drop you can see in the plan, and the hold fast you can see, and it is the upright, and this is the left stile and this is the lock stile. Here you should see the locking mechanism in between the lock stiles. Now you can see the entire dimensions from this plan, and now let's move to the section view 1.1. Here, do you know why we are providing more than one sectional views? It is because we cannot show all these dimensions or all these specifications in a single section. So we should draw number of sections to provide the maximum number of details. So here we should mark or we should draw a vertical section also. So for that purpose we have made the section 1.1. Here in this section 1.1, what are the things that you can show which are not shown in this section 2.2? Now here you can show an additional lintel, and it is provided at the top of this head frame. So the lintel is made of concrete which is RCC, that is reinforced cement concrete. Here the reinforcing bars are also shown in this figure. Now you should be careful that the shading provided for RCC should be like this. Now on top of this lintel it is the brick masonry or it is the wall. Now you can see the head frame, then different rails, that is the top rail, then the mid rail, then lock rail and kick rail. You can clearly specify the dimensions of these rails in the section 1.1. Now these are all about the section 1.1 and section 2.2. Now in elevation you can see some other parts also, just like the horn. It is the horizontal projecting part from the head frame to the wall, and these are the legs. These are the projecting parts from the upright to the flooring. Now the entire dimensions that you can copy down from this example, and you can draw this. First of all, you should draw the elevation, and then you should make extension lines from this elevation downwards, and you can also make extension lines or construction lines in horizontal direction also, and in this from this extension lines you can mark the corresponding points, and by joining those points you can draw the section 2.2 and section 1.1. Now that's all about the section 1.1 and section 2.2. Then elevation of a paneled door. Now let's see different joints that were provided in the elevation. Now you can find these joints in this main figure, and these are the this is a mortise tenon joint, and these are provided in between the head frame and upright. That means the head frame and upright. Here you can see this joint, and this joint is visible in between the top rail and stile. So that you can find it in this figure. That means the top rail and the stile. Then the last figure represents the section, the joint in between the lock rail and the stile. Now this is a lock rail, and here it is the stile. So in between this lock rail and the stile you can see this type of joining arrangement. So you should after drawing this elevation and two sections, you can draw the enlarged views of these joints, so that you will be capable of understanding the joining parts in a somewhat more understanding way. And this is how you should draw your first experiment. So for this purpose, first of all you should draw the elevation. Then by making use of these extension lines, you can draw the section view 1.1 and section 2.2. And while making the sections, you should use this type of lines, and by this triangle we mean that you are viewing in this direction. That means along this direction you are viewing, and here along this direction we are viewing. Now you should complete the figure, and you should complete the detailings also. That's all about this first experiment. Thank you.